Hi guys, it's Riley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe, and let's get on with the video. So today we are going to be talking about Pham because she got herself into her first scandal and it's really not good. People are unsubscribing by the second, by the minute. I saw the video, so many hate comments. I didn't see any positive comments under her video. So we're going to be talking about it. I'm going to give you guys bullet points of what the video was about and why people are mad, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. So let's get started. If you don't know who Pham is, I would classify her under the quirky, relatable, visco girl type of YouTuber that she is. I would categorize her under the Hannah Maloshes, under like Hannah Malosh, Emma Chamberlain, My Family, Kayla Kazuga. You classify her under those type of girls because they roughly all make around the same type of content. So if you guys know any quirky, relatable girls, just put Pham under that category and you would know what I'm talking about. So she has a 35-minute video and I watched that whole video twice. So pray for me, okay? I watched the whole video twice and the whole thing was basically a rant of her complaining about her travels and then what happened after her travels, and it was just really negative the entire video. And I know I make kind of a lot of negative content, but this was like extremely negative, and I'll tell you why. So she wanted to take a European trip to Italy and Greece, and the first thing that she says is that she plans it herself.
I didn't even realize, but I was kind of planning the trip all by myself, which wasn't an issue for me. So I thought, because I love researching travel and I was doing it so much anyway, that everyone just kind of expected like, okay, like Haley knows where she wants to go, we're just gonna trust her.
Now, in my opinion, I don't feel like an 18-year-old should plan in a foreign country where she doesn't even know anything. 18 years old, I'm not saying 18-year-olds are stupid or dumb and they shouldn't plan stuff, but I'm 19 years old, okay? And I would not trust myself to plan a whole European trip to Italy and Greece. I just don't. So that's the first thing that I noticed. Then she mentions that she booked the hotel wrong.
And then somewhere along the line, I check my email like maybe a week later, and I realized that I booked the hotel for a month before we were gonna be there. So I was supposed to book the hotel for August 30th to September 3rd, and I booked it for July 30th to August 3rd.
But like, how can you plan a hotel wrong? I mean, they give you a confirmation letter, all these type of things. So, okay, whatever. She planned the hotel wrong. So the one in Italy, she booked it wrong, but thankfully she was able to get a refund. So that was good. But then she booked it wrong again when she went to Greece. And unfortunately, she just kind of had to, you know, do a last minute thing and try to find a hotel last minute.
We go to Greece, and as we land, we realize that because remember how like I booked everything on my own, I yet again screw up the date for my bookings, and I didn't book the Airbnb for the night that we landed. It started the next day, so the day that we landed in Greece, we had nowhere to stay.
So all those things were her fault. She can't blame anyone but herself because she booked it, she planned it wrong. I'm pretty sure she confirmed the bookings, so it was not one's fault but hers. And later on in the video, she gives a review of Greece, and this is what she says.
It's just a mini review of Santorini, just in case you see the Instagram pictures and you've like always wanted to go there. I highly discourage you from going to Greece. Not only are they economically struggling and just the government is kind of struggling right now, but it's just like not fun. I don't know, there's nothing to do there because there's no beach, it's just a cliff. So there's shopping, but then you can barely even like maneuver through the streets because it's so crowded. And then if you're like on the outside of it, it's really bare and just looks like flat land that's like it's just not that pretty, or you're like in it and it's too crowded and so Santorini is not as pretty as the Instagram bloggers make it seem. So that's just a little insight in case you were wondering, because I feel like that's like pretty surprising to a lot of people to hear because it's like on a lot of people's bucket list. So that's just my review of it.
And what she said, in my opinion, that was very disheartening, because she literally said that to not go to Greece because of her experience. I was just baffled by it because I'm someone who's always wanted to go to Greece. I don't know about you guys, but Greece looks so beautiful. My dad has been to Greece. He absolutely loved it. It looks so breathtaking, so amazing. And I don't think it's fair to not recommend a whole entire country over your tiny experience that you had. A narrow-minded way of thinking is like me going to, I don't know, Oregon, and me not liking Oregon, and then telling all of you guys, hey, don't go to the United States because I didn't like Oregon. You know what I'm saying? The way she said it, the way she was like, oh my gosh, Santorini was just so boring. She does sound super entitled, and I feel like if she actually booked excursions, if she did it the right way, I feel like it could have been really fun. But you can't just go to a foreign place. You just can't go to Greece and expect all these magical, beautiful things to happen. You also can't book your trips around Instagram. That's another thing she kept on mentioning. She's like, oh, if you look at the Instagram pictures, I know it looks beautiful, but trust me, it's boring. I'm just like, girlfriend, you cannot book your vacations off of Instagram, because anyone who knows Instagram knows that Instagram is a huge facade. Instagram is fake. Whatever you see on Instagram is 100% fake. I don't think anything on Instagram is real, so you cannot trust Instagram for your vacation. Yes, the pictures don't lie. Yes, it looks beautiful, and yes, she is taking part of that Instagram facade, because look at all of these pictures that I found on her Instagram of her looking like she's having a good time, when she clearly said in her video that she didn't like any second of it. So I'm just like, okay, you're taking part of that Instagram fake facade, and I'm just kind of mind blown at that point. It's just wrong to say that. Maybe if you went again and booked it correctly and did things in the correct way, you would have had a different experience. And she kind of did seem grateful, but kind of ungrateful at the same time. Okay, so then when she was at Greece, she booked the wrong flight. And I feel like this whole thing is a series of her booking the wrong things. So because she booked a wrong flight, she had to pay $3,000 per person, and she also took her mom with her. So basically she had to pay $6,000 just to travel back home, and she really complained about that. And honestly, be grateful that you have $6,000 in the bank account to just spend to go back home, because I know if that were me and if I was traveling to Greece, I wouldn't have $6,000 to go back home. I know for sure. So if I were her, I would be grateful and blessed that she had that to fall back on. Okay, and then what people also got mad about is that because something happened, it was a really personal story, but something happened and she needed to go to the doctor because of her lady parts. Okay, we're just gonna say that. Because of her lady parts, she had to go to the doctor. And she called the nurse not a real doctor, and she was complaining about the nurse, complaining that the nurse said that she had appendicitis when she said that she didn't.
She's not even like a real this is kind of offensive. Like, I know that nurses are still doctors, but she wasn't like an actual like doctor. She wasn't my doctor. She was a nurse.
And honestly, I feel like the nurse was following protocol, but she was also being huge. That was a big disrespect to nurses, in my opinion. She really disrespected that nurse, and the nurse didn't deserve that. I feel like the nurse was just following protocol. So honestly, there's something to get mad about. And then what really got people mad, this is a whole series of what Haley Pham did to get people mad, okay? So what also got people mad is that she basically was mad at God for punishing her, even though she is pure
and angry. I literally went through like a stage where I was kind of like angry at God, because I was like, why would I literally like wait to do anything? Just like, why me of all people? Which is a very naive way of thinking, obviously, but like I was just so scared.
And people were so confused. They're like, oh, so because I'm not a virgin or I'm not pure, God should punish me more than it should punish you. And it was just like a really narrow-minded way of thinking. This went off the completely wrong way. Just because Haley Pham is Christian doesn't mean bad things should or shouldn't happen to her. I'm Christian, a very stereotypical way of thinking, okay? Just because I am Christian, I don't expect only good things to happen to me. That's not it, okay? Bad things happen to me and I'm Christian. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect in this earth. So because I'm Christian, I don't sit here and whenever anything bad happens to me, I'm like, why, God? Why is that happening to me? Like, I'm Christian. I don't think like that, okay? I don't feel like Christians are better than other people. So the way Haley Pham said it, she kind of said it in a way of she's better than everyone else because she's Christian and bad things shouldn't happen to her because she's Christian. And I don't think that's a good way of thinking. That's not true in my opinion. I feel like good and bad things happen to everyone. So the whole video just got people furious. Okay, she basically told people not to go to an entire country because of her bookings, okay? Then she insulted nurses, and then she insulted women in general who don't wait before marriage and stuff like that. So it's just, it was a really big scandal for her. I don't think she apologized for anything that she said. I don't know if she's going to apologize for anything that she said. I hope she does, because the only thing that she's been doing limited her Instagram comments, which is pretty interesting. And then also she took down her YouTube comments, but now they're back up. So now people are commenting like crazy about it. I mean, it's her first scandal, but she really came out with a bang on this one, because she just seemed super entitled. And I actually really like Haley Pham. I really liked her content and what she stood for. But in this video in particular, it seemed very entitled. And if I were her, I'd concentrate on how she's blessed and how grateful she is that she can live that life. How she's 18 and she can go to Italy and she can go to Greece. But instead, she was just looking at the negatives and complaining about it. That's what I have to say. Like this video, subscribe for more content from me. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. And I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Bye guys, love you.